one of our neighbors, not adjoining us either, like somewhere over there is that road, on the other side of that road's blowing this morning, and I'm not all the way woke up yet, but they did wait until I was awake. It's just that, you know, I'm trying to be out here and enjoy the morning, and I don't want to hear that noise. I'm sure you understand. I understand they need and have time to deal with their lawn, so I just wish they'd get an electric blower. It would be a lot quieter by at least 20 decibels, and I would appreciate it. Maybe when that one is done for. Morris isn't here, and I hollered one time, but you know he's not going to be able to hear me as good with that noise, so he's been showing up within 30 minutes of me bringing out the food from somewhere up the hill. They go up the hill in the wintertime because it's so sunny up there and not very sunny in our yard. The positioning of the house and the trees, and it's just not. So hopefully he'll show up in a few minutes. He was tucked in. All three of these guys were in the cat hotel last night because Tux took over the doghouse. As long as they all have a heating pad, I don't care which heating pad. Hey, Panther, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Well, that's why I was missing some bowls this morning. I didn't bring them in off the rail yesterday. Not a big deal. I've got enough for 2.5 days. But it'd be better if they'd gone in the dishwasher last night. All right, that's enough listening to that racket. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I gotta go get a chicken. You'll have chicken for dinner. You'll have chicken for dinner. The blower stopped and I called for Morris, and he's come now, so that's good. He looks a little worried. Tux is under the window in the leaves over there. Hopefully all's good now. I'm gonna go get in the car. I'm sure if he's hungry he'll come eat, and he looks healthy, so that's always a relief. I called South Park. I need a chicken more than I need a longer walk today. And get Don to drive me to Harris Teeter real quick before he goes back to Rex coating at the house. I walk farther. Hey, Donnie. I walk farther before I start the marching band. I feel like I need to stretch a little bit more. But Don, you know, everybody's comfort level's different. Don did tell me he paid attention last night, and he thinks he's having less hip pain in bed, which he has sometimes if he lays on his side. That maybe this extra movement in the morning is helping with that. That would be good. He's definitely improved on this scissor sidestepping. Faster, better form. You really like to add to your... He says backwards is way harder.
Yeah, like you're falling backwards.
Right, I think when you do the marching, when your leg comes up, there's a tendency to lean backward. Yeah. We're having so much fun. It's fun with a buddy.
Oh yeah, that's back there.
Yeah, Model Y in the pharmacy line. I haven't seen that color Ioniq 5 before. It's like it's some green with
this
a
straight here.
Yeah,
green.
Yeah, green with a hint of metal, silver.
Kind of like color.
Anyway, it's a Friday morning. It's 10:54 and Harris Teeter is packed. Hi, sweet girl. She goes, if you're going to film a video on the counter, I'm going to come and assist. I just, you know, like to be the star of the show. I got a chicken started in the Instant Pot, and there's a spare one out in the garage. I usually buy 2 at a time if I can. Usually the expiration dates work out, and usually they have 2, etc., etc. Usually I have room in the fridge to store 1. Having to go use up 1 battery in the blower, and then I'm going to come back and do yesterday's video and sit with Gray for a bit, and then I'm going to do some Lego projects. Dawn and I are actually fasting today, so I'm going to have to debone that chicken and not eat any of the chicken. I normally don't eat it, but sometimes there's one favorite piece on the underside that I like. Sometimes I eat that piece of dark meat, the little salt. I love roast chicken. I just said I'm already deboning so much for the kitties, I don't want to eat too much of it up. Stripes over there. Tux is here. And Marty's over here, and I don't need to blow near them. This part that I did yesterday actually still looks really good. Don had talked to Freddie before, but I made friends with a nice guy that mows the grass up at the street. And him and his wife or girlfriend don't live there anymore, but the daughters do. And anyway, was amazed at the power of my ego blower and how quiet it was and no fumes. And I think I might have sold a battery powered blower today. We were up there together for a little bit blowing. I'm not doing this because number one, it ain't that bad, and number two, there is no way I'm gonna disturb Stripe and Morris and make them leave the vicinity right now with them snuggled up over there. It's just not happening. Video edited. And a happy Gray. I'll bring her in some chicken after I debone it too. I'm sure that will also make her happy, right? Yeah. Good girl. I've taken my brick sorting to a new level, or brick storage to a new level, and for the last couple nights with all of these parts, I've had to store them in the cabinet to keep them away from the kitties. But this one's going to go together quick, and you know, these were parts out of the Alpine Lodge, the new box. So Don doesn't need that cabinet. I told him it was temporary. Thought you'd appreciate it. I'm starting back in at step 72. Let's see how I can do. It's 2 o'clock, and the chicken's done. I'm just waiting for it to cool just a bit before I put it on the cutting board, and then let it cool a bit more. But I'll be doing the chicken in the background too. What time was it I started this morning? I have worked up till 7:35 p.m. Thank you, nighttime, for the assist. Let me finish filming. I'm done with the first floor and all the stuff around the outside. So there's an outhouse on each side. There's a wood chopping with an axe station on both sides. Each side has a Christmas tree and a sign. An outdoorsy wintry tree. The snowmen are not identical because I added those from somewhere else, but there's a couple of different snowmen. And I did add a present and a tree inside today because that seemed appropriate. And was a lot of fun, and I'm super excited about how it's turning out, and probably more tomorrow.